Hey, welcome back. Now we have Christina Lefevre in the studio with us this morning telling us all the buzz about the Pollinator Project Rogue Valley. Christina, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Of course, we're happy to have you. So
Yes.
for those unfamiliar with the Pollinator Project, what can you tell them about it?
Well, you know, it's a hard question because we do so much. So we are a unique and place-based organization working on education for people who are maybe not aware of the amazing diversity of pollinators, and native plants, and helping them engage in restoring a little bit in their front yard, backyard, in their community, in their neighborhood, and helping expand this amazingly diverse ecosystem that we have. So we have a number of programs that we help educate and engage people from young to older, I should say. We grow plants. We provide a way that communities can show that they're engaged in a corridor, pollinator corridor. Our educational information ranges from getting into schools with our youth education program, Pollinator Pals. And then we also work with adults getting into the Cascade-Siskiyou National Monument, going on a butterfly hike and identifying the butterflies. So we have a place in Phoenix, and we're getting into the community in all places from Applegate up to Prospect. So it's wonderful to talk to so many people interested in this topic.
Absolutely. Such a variety in the pollinators here in the Rogue Valley. So what is your favorite part of the job?
Oh, talking to people, hands down, because there's so many people that are doing something that really are helping our ecosystem. And so just talking to people and sharing with them what we do and finding out what they do, we couldn't do what we do without our amazing volunteers. Our board is just awesome. We have a great team that come often on Fridays and help in the nursery. And they work with our Pollinator Pals program. So just the people are the best part, I think.
I love that. And so then we have Earth Day coming up next Tuesday. So what can we all do here, our viewers and us, to help maintain a healthy bee population?
Yes, and really I'm just going to expand that to the pollinator population.
Absolutely.
So I think, to me, the best thing is to think about their needs. What do they need to be healthy? So that includes growing lots of plants that flower, and that's from grasses, which you don't think of as flowers, but all the way up to trees, because so many of the, well, all of the insects, and also even the hummingbird, which is a pollinator, they need plants for their health and sustenance. So thinking about all the different native plants that serve our native pollinators. So having an ecosystem in your yard, if you want to think about that cover all the different layers from grasses to trees. The reason we have butterflies is because we have caterpillars, and the reason we have caterpillars is because they have native plants that they can eat. Pollinators here evolved with the native plants here over time, and so thinking about where they live, 70% of the bees live in the ground. They nest in the ground, and so if you have bare spots for ground nesting bees, or you leave some piles of cover of leaves and branches, then the bumblebees can nest under there, have a safe space. So thinking about their life cycles, that's really how you do that. Obviously not using herbicides or insecticides that will impact your ecosystem in a very negative way there in your yard, and can also help, impact your health. So thinking about their food, so you want to have flowers that bloom pretty much year-round as much as possible, and that includes trees and shrubs. So the plant sale that's coming up, you're going to find such a variety, an amazing variety. Actually, we have 5 native plant vendors. This is one of the larger sales. Sometimes we only have 4 vendors. It'll happen in the parking lot behind us in Phoenix, corner of 4th and Main as you head south. We have Susie Savoy with Klamath-Siskiyou Native Seeds. We have White Oak Farm. We have Our Community Forestry, and then Cornucopia Acres. We'll have plants there. So it'll be really crowded. Bring boxes. Be prepared to walk. And it's a great way to learn. I'm a little behind, but we'll have all the vendor plant lists on our website and on the Facebook page soon, so you can do a little pre-shopping. It'll speed your process up a little bit. So that's a great resource. We have the Jackson County Master Gardeners are having a sale next month or next weekend, and then there's also a plant sale down in Wairika, I think the following weekend.
Wow, so many ways to cultivate native plants around here. So you guys have another event coming up, your fundraiser. Can you tell us about it?
I'm so excited about that. This is our first one. I'll just do this, although I think it might be on the screen. So we're doing a fundraiser for our Pollinator Pals, our youth education program. And so we're calling it a picnic, which might sound a little funny, but it's really going to just be a super fun day. I'm so excited to work with Michelle of Farm Bus Bistro. It'll be at Vineyard, and there's a sunflower farm. So we're going to have lots and lots of activities for kids of all ages. We have a pollinator garden there that we planted thanks to Xerxes. Donated some of the plants. There will be food. Chef Thomas Greast, I hope I said his name right, is going to be preparing a wonderful meal, some food even from the garden, and there will be wine for people of a certain age. And so microscopes, there'll be a puppet show with Jerry Allen, not puppet show, but puppets, and singing, and kids will look at things under the microscope. This is going to be super fun.
Well, Christina, thank you so much for telling us about the Rogue Valley's pollinators.
Yes.
Really appreciate it. As she said, the Pollinator Project Rogue Valley is saving the pollinators one pollinator garden at a time. The native plant sale is happening in the parking lot of their location on North Main Street in Phoenix next Sunday, the 27th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. And mark your calendars for the Picnic for Pollinator Pals fundraiser being held at Arpeggio Vineyard and Sunflower Farm on June 21st. For more information, head to pollinatorprojectroguevalley.org. Christina, thank you again so much for coming in today.
Thank you, Emily. It was wonderful.
Of course. We'll be right back.